Hello, I'm Ainsley with WagnerVotes, and today I will be showing you how to register to vote, check your voter registration, and how to make a plan to vote, whether that is in person or by absentee ballot. So TurboVote is a really great resource that allows the voting process to be streamlined. So to begin, you're going to want to go to wagner.turbovote.org, or just scan the QR code shown here in the video. Okay, so once you are on the website, you will see multiple options like registering to vote or vote by mail. We are going to start with the register to vote tab. But if you think you are already registered, you can skip to the check registration point in the video, which will be timestamped below. So now, once you are on the register to vote page, it will ask you for your name, and you have to put the name that is on your state issued ID. But if you go by something else, put that as well in the section below where it says, "But you should call me." This will make sure TurboVote is referring to you with your preferred name. Then next, you will see a section that will ask you how you want to receive updates about your elections via text or email. You do have to pick one to move forward. All right. And so then now you will be asked whether you are registered to vote or not and select the option that best fits you. If you aren't already registered, you will be asked to fill out your address. We suggest registering to vote in your home state only because college student votes can be contested when local elections are close, and we want to make sure your vote counts. If you are concerned about not being home to vote in your local elections, don't worry, you can vote by mail, which we will explain later in the video. Many states offer online voter registration, such as the state of New York, which we are using as the example here. So if possible, we highly suggest registering online. If not, TurboVote will create a form for you that you will have to print out and then mail to the elections office. Because we are using New York as the example and they have online registration, TurboVote will direct you to the DMV website where you can register to vote. If you have any issues throughout this process, you can reach out to a member of WagnerVotes, and they can help you throughout this process and making sure it all goes through. So once you have finished this process, you can return to the original TurboVote tab where you can say, yes, you registered to vote, where you will be asked if you want to register under a specific political party. You don't have to, but some states require you to be registered under a specific party to vote in primaries. So here we're just going to select other because WagnerVotes is not affiliated with any specific party. We're just focused on having you vote. Okay. So now you will be asked whether you are voting at the polls in person or by absentee ballot. For this example, we're going to put by mail. So in case you don't plan on being in the area in which you are registered to vote on election day, we do suggest voting by absentee ballot. TurboVote can mail the forms to you. So if you click the by mail and then mail forms to me button, TurboVote can then adjust the address to be wherever you're going to school. So for example, sending them to Wagner so that you can receive your absentee ballot while you're at school and still have your vote count. So you'll just put in one campus road and then your box number where it says apartment. And then you can get your absentee ballot and vote in elections, even if you are not going to be wherever you're registered to vote on election day. For the final part of this video, I will be showing you how to check your registration. So as you can see, there's multiple buttons like we pressed before. You're now just going to press the check registration button. And you're just going to input your name, date of birth, and then whatever address you would be registered to vote at. So for this example, I'm just going to put my name and my date of birth, but I'm going to use Wagner as the address, so I'm not using my real address. And this is going to show that it's going to pop up that I'm not registered, even though I am registered. I'm just not registered at one campus road. Checking your registration is so important, especially if you move or if you just aren't sure if it's updated. It's always good to check, and it's super fast. Okay, so then as you can see, all the information is in, and we'll just continue. And it says I might not be registered to vote. So in this case, I would go down and then press the register to vote button, and then just go through the process that I showed earlier in this video. And see, it'll give you a ton of resources that you can use to register to vote and make sure that everything is all set. So one of the most important aspects of voting is having a plan to vote. So it's great to look into early voting options. Many states have options so that you can vote early by mail or in person, and figuring out where your polling station is. TurboVote can also help you with this by texting you or emailing you, whichever form of communication you gave them, to let you know where voting is and where your polling station is. Also, making sure you're prepared for the day of. Making sure you have transportation to the polls, knowing your polling station and what you need. For example, making sure you have your state ID on you. And also look into the candidates. Think about what issues you want your government officials to be focused on and what will benefit you so that you can make the best choice when voting. So, also looking into your state rules for voting. If you scan this QR code shown on the screen, it can take you to a website that can show you the rules for voting, whether or not you have access to early voting or if there's like things you need to know. Preparing is super important, and so it's always a good time to start, even if there isn't an election coming up super soon. So thank you so much for watching, and here are some places where you can reach us for Wagner Votes. On Instagram, we're WagnerVotes, and then you can also email us at wagner.votes@wagner.edu. Thank you so much.